Here in Pike County, it's just rolling hills. I wouldn't call them mountains because I've been to West Virginia and I've been in mountains, but we've got pretty good rolling hills around here, and we got some of the best deer hunting, whitetail deer hunting around. I mean, in the mountains and hills and stuff, you'll find the best timber, good tall timber and stuff down the valleys. And yeah, we're honestly set up in a perfect spot for a sawmill and a logging crew. Dad started the sawmill business about 25 years ago, and I am a fourth generation sawyer, so it's kind of just in the blood.
Well, when I first come back from Haywood Community College, I sawed for a man, Ed Robbins, for 3.5 years. I decided to go out on my own. My father helped me. I needed to put a sawmill in, so I put a little old Frick sawmill in and ran it for 15, 16 years. And my boy Bryce was growing up, and he acted like he was interested in that sort of work.
And Dad, he used to log himself, and I used to skip school and go with him, hang out in the log yard, help my grandpa cut up logs and stuff. I've just been around it since I was just a little thing.
I wanted to get a little bigger than what I was, not too awful much bigger, but bigger. And I didn't want Bryce setting out sawing on a circular mill. It's dangerous. The Wood-Mizer 4500, that's the best move I made in 25 years in business, was putting a new Wood-Mizer and a new Wood-Mizer edger in.
The first log I ever cut in my entire life was 3 years ago in that sawmill, whenever we first got it here. We had our salesman, he came and showed us a little bit. I just hopped up in there, and within 3 months I was just pushing logs through.
I've seen the boy actually saw a load of lumber in one day, a load of lumber. But normally we'll saw 40 to 45,000 feet every week.
We saw a bunch of hard maple, soft maple, red oak, white oak, chestnut oak, stuff like that. And we saw mostly 4/4 and 5/4 lumber, which is 1 1/8 and 1 3/8 thick. We use the Wood-Mizer silver tip 7-degree turbo bands. Normally on our hardwoods, 3 to 4 runs per band, so about 1.5 hours per band. So you're looking at about 6 hours per band, which for those bands, for the price of them, you can't ask for much more.
I can compete now with the other bigger mills because of that saw curve. Every 10 loads of hardwood lumber we sell, 7,500 board feet per load, I gain a load. So my 11th load is free because of that saw curve. And that makes a world of difference. I wasn't getting that in the circular mill until I put that Wood-Mizer in.
We start out in the woods, we contract out a logging crew, we contract a trucking company too, and they'll get the logs, bring them in here. We'll unload all the logs, we'll stack them into the piles, we'll debark those logs according to the purchase order, and we'll saw them out, grade them, put the lumber, the ties, the cants, and everything on the truck and send them out. For production, to get all the logs sawed, we actually need, we have to have an edger. And every time I push a board or the tie or everything off, I'll drop everything out of the way and just push it. It'll hit the conveyor. Our edger man, he'll either grab the boards that need edged, and all of the boards, ties, everything end up on the same side of the sawmill at the same time. Honestly, we have probably one of the simplest and easiest setups there is for this type of Wood-Mizer. learned everything. Pretty much just started from the bottom. I've learned how to scale logs. I can run every piece of machinery over there, the loader. Yeah, it's neat. It's neat learning everything.
Who wouldn't want to watch their son grow into a good adult, a responsible person, running the sawmill? I mean, he's fourth generation. In the next 5 to 10 years, I can see myself sitting on the beach somewhere with my wife and letting Bryce run the mill. I can see another 4,500 Wood-Mizer sawmill sitting underneath that shed over there. Both sawmills going to one edger and a full-time lumber grader. So that's the future for Bryce. Need to put him a log yard in somewhere and resell what we want, then send the rest of it here and run it through two 4,500 Wood-Mizers. That's what I see.